Namaskar, I Laxmi Narayan Tripathi. I'm really happy to be part of this TEDx. Thank you for having me. When people ask me that how did I enter the social sector, it's a very big thing, in my life that right from being a model coordinator, being on the sets of Bollywood, and then being in the field, working with sex workers, transgender women, and the marginalized community where there is no glamour. It happened so that with Sabina, we all had started the Dai Welfare Society, and I was one of the board members, but not very active. But slowly and slowly, because I used to meet the hijra community, the trans community, always in functions, parties, organized of the community. And for the first time in my life, when I went to the red light district in Mumbai, my whole attitude towards the community changed. I was shocked to know that people in those days, when I'm talking about 98, 99, when HIV was one of the dreadful diseases, infections, I believe, that time doctors used to not even touch anybody. And that time I was taken aback. Shavina said, why don't you be a peer educator? Then from being a peer educator and being the president of the organization was a long journey. But I understood that life looks glamorous from outside, but within there was a different story altogether, which moved me completely to be with the community, to stand together with the community, because it's not easy. It's not at all easy to be in this world without understanding the pain. And who was in pain? My own people, my own community. When we talk about entertainment business, the saddest part is that till date, the trans community has been portrayed a position of mockery, disgust, and non-acceptance. There are serials which are made, top stars have played in the South India and North India, but I believe that the people should be more sensitive now. Of course, things have changed. There are few good movies and serials which are coming, but I believe that there should be more sensitivity towards the whole topic of LGBTIQ. People should not be the creators in the entertainment fraternity, the producers, the directors, the script writers should understand that they should treat the community, LGBTIQ community, with lot of respect and dignity. We are not people from Mars. Your ideas shouldn't ridicule us in public. It should be respectful. When you talk about entertainment and when you talk about being respectful, one thing which comes biggest is education. Without educating yourself, you're zero. UGC played a very important role for the trans community. To acquire education, they created all the platforms, whether having sponsorship, whether, proper research to be done about the trans community people, everything. Loans on 0% loans. I request that people from my community should go and shouldn't be a dropout. There are many ways to acquire knowledge, and without knowledge, we will be zero. I always believe that we all have the soul, and the soul is what decides which gender we are. A man has his own, a woman has his own. I believe my soul had that. I always say it is the hij in me. The hij is my soul. The trans is my soul, and that's why I'm a transgender. My soul decided to be a transgender person, and I'm happy with that. And nobody says what is normal, abnormal. I don't believe in these words. And now the world is also understanding. We all as human as anybody else. Nothing in this world changes. What changes is the mindset. And the mindset, if it doesn't change, then we tend to stigmatize, discriminate, and at times we ourselves ostracize our own people. Sad thing is there that the world, now today India is one of the leaders in the transgender movement, in giving acceptance by judiciary. But still, till we don't change the mindset of the people, till we don't take our own initiative in understanding the community, nothing will change. There are many communities. There are communities of the transgender when you skip. There are traditional communities, the hijras, the kinnars, the joktas, the shiv shaktis, the tirunangais, the arawanis. There are across India. There are many communities, and all communities are subset of the big transgender community. Help, when people tell Lakshmi, did you receive any help? Yes, I received help. I received help with people who wanted the change to happen, who were ready to accept without inhibitions, people who wanted to see the change. The first help I received was from my parents who accepted me as I was. The second help I received from all my friends who didn't threw me out of their circle. Whatever I was, whatever was my gender and my sexuality was for me, not for people who loved and cared me. They all stood by me. People who stood by you or who stand by you create the biggest difference. Who knows the better pain of ostracization than trans people? We had those burns on our body, but we learned to heal it with a struggle. Today in my community, there are many different type of people from different castes, creed, religion. Everything is different, but one thing which binds us is the pain. When people talk about Orthodox India and Open India, Orthodox India was the same India which had created a space for trans people in the society. I believe the Orthodox India is created by the British, not by Indians themselves. The world is changing. The judiciary has shown such a big door and pathway of change. And that change is not enough. The change what judiciary has shown. It is necessary that there are many judgments, right from privacy, section 377, NALSA judgment of the transgender. India has opened. India has gone back to its roots in accepting everyone as a family. On the books, by policies, by act. But now it's a time for we all Indians to not have that notifications in ourselves or that cliche attitude towards certain community, certain humans or certain communities. It's necessary that we change our way of looking. It's necessary that we stop saying that they and us. The day we stop saying they and us and we learn this word of we as a community, then India will be a different place. And then you don't need to, say about advocacy and acceptance. We only have to learn one word. We as a community, we as an Indian. So much has changed. The youngest civil rights movement of transgender or sexual minority LGBTIQ in this country has got some space. We have achieved so much, but yet lot of things has to be achieved. We have just created a foundation. The building has to yet to be built. There are many things. What I said has brought the change. There was one gap where people were blackmailed for being gay, lesbian, whatever. Section 3 judgment has pulled out that fear of living. Being an Indian, still living in fear, people blackmailing you, people ostracizing you, people bullying you. But after reading down section 377, things changed. The NALSA judgment, after 70 plus years of independence, Transgender people got their right. It's a change. Privacy Act is a change. And we all in this generation have witnessed the change. We are living in that generation of India which brought a lot of changes, beautiful changes. The time of Corona also taught that what is more important is our family and our neighbors. We as a society have to be strong. When we did the biggest operation of providing dry ration to the transgender community, it was the mainstream society who came for help, and they helped us. Out of the world, people helped us. We all, when people ask me how to understand LGBT, how to know somebody, why you have to understand anybody's sexuality or gender? Why can't you just accept the person as the person is? A true friend is a friend who will never change a friend according to his whims and fancies. A true friend will accept a friend as a friend is. If you start judging, don't forget to judge yourself first. To understand LGBTIQ person, you don't require a big Bible or big Gita for it. You have to become human. I, from this TEDx platform, would like to again urge that we as Indians have to understand ourselves more, have to broaden our horizons, to understand gender equality, to respect people's sexuality, and to believe and to practice that we all are Indians. That's the beauty of being an Indian. Jai Hind.